Hello class, how are you? What are you doing now? Okay, please look at this. This is the new video and another video that I show you the new lesson. The lesson is about narrative paragraph. In this semester, you are going to learn uh, how to write paragraph that continue from the previous semester, and you have learned the type of paragraph like descriptive paragraph already, and now I am going to teach you the new type of a paragraph. That is about this is the subject, paragraph writing. The paragraph you are going to study today is about narrative paragraph. Okay, what is a narrative paragraph? A narrative paragraph tells a story for explain or sometimes happen to the reader. Tell a story or sometimes something that happened to the reader or to the writer. Almost everyone narrate, read, and listen to the story from books or other people or media. However, the audience speak and need more from a written narrative. Therefore, a narrative paragraph must have what? The central idea, what the story or event is about. Character, who is it about or what is it about? A plot, a conflict or complication or climax and solution of the story or event. So in the story must have a character, must have a plot, the confliction or the climax of the solution in the story, and adequate description. And one way is the setting, when and where the story happened. When and where the story happened. The topic sentence of a narrative paragraph include the topic, the event to be narrated, and the controlling idea. How the writer feel about the event. An example of the topic sentence example here. Learning how to ride a bike for the first time was a nerve-wracking independent moment. So the writer topic is what? What is described is the topic is what is described. So what is the writer topic? The writer topic is learning how to ride a bike. So the topic is learning how to ride a bike. The writer feeling of the learning how to ride a bike is it is a nerve-wracking independent moment. So this is the feeling of the writer feeling of how to ride a bike. So in this sentence have the topic sentence have the topic and the controlling idea. That is include the event that you want to write. You want to narrate in the center of the story. Is the nerve-wracking independent moment. When writing a narrative paragraph, your supporting details are arranged in chronological order, time order. So when you narrate or when you write a narrative paragraph, you have to write in chronological order. This means the time order. What event that happened first, what happened next, what happened after, and at the end. What happened at the end. This is the chronological order, the time order, what happened first, what happened next. This means the details are written in the order that they occur. So what happened first is written first, what happened second is written second, and so on and so forth. Okay, look at the example of narrative paragraph. The topic is was day. Yeah. My father name is Robert Ollis. He died on August 28, 2003 of a heart attack. This is the topic of the sentence. The topic is here, my father. It was about 6 in the morning. This is the chronological order. It was about 6 in the morning. I was sleeping restlessly and the phone rang and I missed it. Then it rang again. I saw it was my father house calling to get me up for the first day of school. This was day of school. The was day of school. Uh, this is the topic of the paragraph. Okay, to my surprise, it was my stepmother crying on the other line. This was the start of the worst day of my life. In the short 13 years I had been alive. She proceeded to tell me that my father has had a heart attack and the ambulance had came and got him. Then the horror began. I asked, "He's okay, right? He's going to be okay?" With sorrow in her voice, she said, "Yes, he did." No, I started crying and disbelief and ran to my mom's room, crying and yelling. Later, my family gathered and remembered the day that I call as the worst day of my life. So in this example of narrative paragraph, the writer describes what happened in his life, what the day of his death died, and the time the story happened is in chronological order. He write to describe he narrate the story in chronological order. What happened first, what happened next, and what happens at second, third, and so on and so forth. And at the end, what is it? How he could conclude the narrative paragraph. Okay, this is the example of a narrative paragraph. This is another example of a narrative paragraph. Is my most embarrassing my most embarrassing moment. So you can read this example of paragraph at home by yourself and try to learn more from the example of narrative paragraph here. Or you want me to read for you? The most embarrassing moment of my sophomore year was how to earn my nickname, Crash. It was It all started right after school when I turned on to the busiest street by the school. First, I pulled up right behind this truck at a top sign. After a second, a fellow older student told me that I was really close to that I was going to hit the truck in front of me. At the moment, I was trying to tell the kid that I was giving a ride get back get back in the car because he was hanging out of the window. Since I was distracted, I thought the long line of traffic had started to move, but it hadn't. In the blink of an eye, I hit a back of the truck in front of me. The devastation sank in. I was so worried that I damaged the truck, but all that I did was scratch his bumper. Luckily for him, then it came time to look at my car. My car was ruined. My car was ruined. The hood was buckled, the front end was pushed back, and my headlights were broken. Humiliated and scared, I still had to drive my total care home. During school that year, I never did hear the end of what had happened that day. So this is the embarrassing moment that the writer described what happened to his life in the sophomore years. So he described what happened in the order in the story from the beginning until the end of the story. This is called narrative paragraph. You see other example of the paragraph. Okay, thank you for paying attention. This is the end of the uh, lesson about narrative paragraph. So I hope that you enjoy learning this video. Thank you. Bye bye. See you.